What is up, everybody? How's it going? I just thought I'd do a quick little video here for you guys because I'm seeing a lot of these new trick-or-treat studios, Nightmare on Elm Street Freddy gloves that they are selling now that are pretty decent quality, and seen a few reviews of them and I thought they were quite nice. They run about 200 bucks, so I figured I'd do a little review of basically the low-end NECA here and this template glove that I picked up from Springwood Replicas a while back. So yeah, let's take a look at these things. So first off, the NECA, okay, it's not nearly as expensive. They probably run about 80 bucks roughly, maybe up to about 100. They made a part 1 like this one here, and they did do a 3 as well, and they did do a new remake version as well, I'm quite sure. But overall, I mean, this is a pretty neat looking glove. It's all metal and looks pretty legit. I mean, the back plate's kind of huge, and there's some funky bends and stuff, but they did put on some detail that was pretty cool. Like, they got a little safety pin here that was apparently something they had to use in the first film. I think you can actually see there's some footage from the first film when Freddy's got his arms stretched out and he's scraping against the wall. There's some shots where you can see a safety pin holding it together because it actually ripped all the way open. So that was a neat little touch they did. Also, the index blade that broke during filming as well, that they had to solder back on. You can see how it's doubled up there, even on the NECA. This glove is a little stiff though, and it has some weird the pieces here that hold it, like you can see here, they're kind of like rings, and it's got some funky shapes. Like this one's this weird square and this goes across. It doesn't fit the ring finger very well. So as you can see here, when you bend this back, finger pops out, and that's what happens to mine when I wear it. So if I'm and I have extra large gloves anyway that I wear, so I have fairly long fingers, and even my my ring finger will slip out just like that. So it's a little tricky, and it is, like I said, a little stiffer. It does come with this cool little stand, this little display stand. You have to undo this safety pin every time you want to take it off and on, of course. So it's a little annoying, but no big deal. But it comes with this little stand here. This thing weighs nothing. You can see NECA on the bottom there, but it doesn't want to stand up too well because it's not very heavy. It's quite light. But yeah, the glove overall absolutely wearable, and it's kind of a pain to do up the safety pin. I could play around with it and stuff, but I'm not going to bother right now. But as you can see here, the ring finger's coming out. I have to kind of go like that to keep it together to be able to control it, and as soon as I extend it all the way, it wants to slip out. So it's a little weird like that, but overall it's a pretty cool glove. I mean, considering what we used to have, everything was like plastic or almost like rubbery, or just not nearly as good a quality. But NECA really did a decent job with this. I thought it was really cool anyway. But yeah, if you're gonna spend the money and you want to spend more than something like 80 or 100 on something like this, you can go up to the newer versions that trick-or-treat studios are doing. Like I said, I've seen a lot of reviews on those. They're mostly pretty positive. But yeah, they're really nice gloves. But considering the price of some of the custom gloves you can get made, like some can get really expensive, but some of them are some of them aren't too bad. Like, for instance, you could get something like this which is basically a template glove. So this thing is really cool. So the template meaning it was cut from basically the same mold that was used for making the original, or the stage, what do you call it, the hero, I guess. So it's cut from the same templates, I guess you could say. So the armature is really accurate. But something like this would probably only run you probably within $50 of the Trick or Treat Studios ones, give or take. So you could really go for really customized here, because there's some really neat details in these. Like this is a part 2. This is Freddy's Revenge Club. So there was a few differences. Through the first and second movie, they had to replace some rivets and stuff. Like this one here, you'll notice is a little bit. This one here is a little bit larger than the others. That was replaced between the first and second movie. Same with this one on the index finger here, right there. That one's much bigger than these other ones. Yeah, little details like that. And again, the blade break resoldered here. Very cool. And yeah, the type of glove used, very accurate, the same, real deal. He did split it down here too to make it pretty accurate, and then he reinforced it right there, so it's not going to run or anything like that. But as you can see here, it's a lot more like the movie, you know, with the way the holes are all cut and so on. It's got the little one here and everything. Like if you watch the first few minutes of A Nightmare on Elm Street, the '84 movie, anyway, you'll see that how the glove is cut. It's a pretty good shot to be able to tell anyway what it actually looks like. But this is a pretty good job. Like it works really well, you know, totally wearable, sounds amazing, like clickety click. I didn't go crazy on the blades. I know he offers a blade that is a little more high end than these, so I skimped a bit on that to save. And I just like the look of the second one. It's a little cleaner. There's less red on the tips. I know a lot of people love the red tips. I like that too. This was to me closer to what it should actually look like today. I would think, if it's in the later film before it vanished. I believe it's resurfaced, but only in the last few years. But it had vanished after the second film, the hero glove, and I think there was only a few used, or maybe there was one hero and a stunt, and I forget. But anyway, this one is really accurate though. It's really, really nice. And when I was looking at the Trick or Treat Studios ones, I noticed like it's a big step up from the NECA. Definitely, it's a lot more, like the armature is a lot better. Definitely not a template, but like solid quality. It's just if you are looking for something that is a little more accurate, it's something to think about going to a private builder. And this one was made by Kyrt of Springwood Replicas. Highly recommend him. He does every glove pretty much from every Elm Street film, one form or another. But he does a tremendous job, and he does have templates. So if you wanted something really accurate, you could certainly have him make you one, and it wouldn't be a whole lot more. Certainly worth it anyway. I would think if I'm going to spend $200 on on something like this, I'd probably be willing to spend $100 more if it's really accurate and quite a step up. So anyway, it's definitely something to consider. So you should check it out for sure. Anyway, I'll give you a few more shots of these, and yeah, you can see for yourself. Pretty sweet. There's one more little thing about this one hiding in here, as you can see right there, signed by the one and only. Had the pleasure of meeting Robert last year. It's 2019 in Calgary at the Hex Horror Festival. really missing horror festivals this year. Really, really sucks, this whole COVID thing going on, but I'm sure you guys know that. Anyhow, very cool. Yeah, I met Robert Englund there, and Nick Castle as well. Big Halloween fan, so yeah, awesome. So anyway, that's it for now, guys. Just to give you an idea at NECA. Again, decent glove, you know, if you got 80 bucks to spend, or maybe you can find one that somebody's selling for maybe 50 or 60 that they want to get rid of. It's decent. Like I said, you can wear it. It's not the best for movement, and that, you know, this ring finger slips out a lot. Also, the blades are not super durable. Like, they will bend quite easily. So you want to be careful if you are going to be using it for something like that, because you can wreck them pretty easily. And they are quite pointy, actually. So a lot more so than these, which is actually how it was. I mean, if you look in the second film, the tips are just like that. Actually, they're not super pointy. So it's just another little detail about these, the differences with these two bad boys. But yeah, if you're looking for something, you know, affordable and you have 80 bucks to spend, it's certainly something to think about. Or, you know, you could look at the Trick or Treat Studios ones that are out as well, or you could go a little further if you want to get something super customized, which I would recommend if you're going to spend a couple $100 anyway. That sounds cool. Yeah, very cool. So anyway, that's it for now, guys. So hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a thumbs up, and hopefully I'll have some more videos for you guys in the near future.